guys. Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. In this video, I'm going to take you guys across the country, coast to coast. You guys are going to see the skies just loaded with what looks like the famous Tic Tacs that have been spotted by pilots over the recent years. It looks like they have returned or they've never left. You're also going to see what looks like a large object falling from the sky that is quite unusual to say the least. But starting off over here at the homepage of the website, today's feature photo, very cool photo sent in by Mike out of South Palm Springs, California. Get a load of that photogenic sky, would you? Thank you, Mike. Really appreciate that. Checking in on the GOES X-Ray Flux over here at the Space Weather Prediction Center. Saw an X flare yesterday. Today showing 2 M-class solar flares looking at the Earth-facing side of the sun. Loaded with small sunspots, but no big sunspots that are currently Earth-facing, except this complex right here that's growing very, very rapidly. So we could see an increase in solar activity here in the next 48 to 72 hours. Looking at the Schumann resonance, starting to quiet down. You can see the last couple of days pretty much back to normal. There was a small spike here in the last 12 hours, but again, nothing major showing up in the Schumann resonance. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera, looking at the seismographs that monitor the mighty supervolcano, looking at earthquake activity at the Little West Thumb seismograph. Small earthquake activity over here at Parker Peak. Very busy up here in the northwestern quadrant of the supervolcano caldera, and it's always pretty busy up here. And then looking at the borehole seismograph, once again, this is in a whole nother league all by itself. Looks like the ground is moving along the northern edge of the supervolcano caldera. Checking in on the power outage situation over here at poweroutage.us. Once again, multiple states dealing with large power outages. New York, 78,000 customers without power. Pennsylvania, 84,000 customers. Indiana, 18,000. Illinois, 53,000. Georgia, 13,000. Texas, down to 60,000 from over 2 million. Even showing power outages down in the Virgin Islands of 18,000. So once again, widespread power outages across the country. Okay, here we go. Got a lot of cool videos to share with you guys of mysterious objects spotted in the daytime sky. We're going to start right out here in Phoenix, Arizona near South Mountain. Sue looked up and noticed these 3 objects traveling together very quietly through the sky on July 6th at 4:48 p.m. Watch right over here. Above the house, they're going to be moving from right to left. Check that out. Not making any sound, didn't have any blinking lights. Look like the Tic Tacs that were spotted by the Navy pilots. Look at those things. No flapping wings. Those weren't birds. They were very quiet. Pretty good size, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of, I don't know, maybe 6 to 10 feet. Difficult to say because there's really nothing to compare them to. I would say they're around 4, maybe 5,000 feet. Look to be too big to be drones, too small to be airplanes. Not quite sure what's going on here, but they do resemble the Tic Tacs that were spotted by the pilots. And these were observed right out here in Arizona near South Mountain. And coming up, I put this segment in a modified, actually 2 modified formats. This one here, light is dark, dark is light. Looking for wings, tail fins, anything recognizable, and there was nothing that stood out like an airplane or a helicopter. Again, very mysterious objects spotted near South Mountain, right out here in Arizona. Going from Arizona to an undisclosed location. Video footage sent in by Jenny, who just happened to look up at the right time on July 2nd and spotted something highly unusual falling through the sky. Check this out, and it was pretty decent size. Almost looked like a large airplane coming down, moving very slowly. If it was an airplane, it only had 1 wing and it's in 2 parts. I slow it down, I zoom in. She just happened to catch the tail end of this thing before it dipped in behind the trees. Started out at a pretty decent altitude when she first saw it, but it was moving rather quickly as it disappeared from her field of view. As I zoom in closer to this thing, you're going to see it's in 2 pieces. Check out the gap between the front part and the back part. And the front part appears to be possibly a light blue. The back part, obviously white. Looks like it may have 1 wing, if that's what you want to call that. Maybe a V, some sort of a wishbone in the sky. The front part is open to interpretation, but look at the gap. Notice the obvious gap between the 2 objects that appeared to be traveling together. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I'm still waiting to hear back from Jenny on the exact location. She looked up and saw this mysterious, fairly large, quiet object moving through the daytime sky. Here I just changed the orientation, showing that there was only one extremity here, whatever that may be. It probably wasn't a wing. Not quite sure what we've got going on here. Another highly mysterious object spotted in the daytime sky. Gonna take you guys now from Florida to California and multiple places in between. Starting off in Cape Coral, Florida, July 15th of 2024. Brett looked up and saw this in the daytime sky. Watch how this thing kind of expands almost. I don't know if the camera went out of focus, but it appears to brighten exponentially and then goes back into a dimmer mode. Check this out. Really cool observation from Cape Coral. Look at that. All I did was pause it when it did that little maneuver, whatever it was, and then it went back into a semi-transparent state. He could see it in the daytime sky, appeared to be holding the same position, wasn't making any sound, didn't have any wings or propellers or anything like that, wasn't any type of aviation. Here's another one back here. Check it out. 2 spotted above Cape Coral. Here's another video of one of the 2 objects getting ready to go in behind the clouds there, kind of shimmering in the daytime sky at times. I don't think this was a weather balloon because it didn't appear to have a payload hanging off the bottom of it. Looks like another one of those white Tic Tacs. Check that out. Isn't that weird? What in the world? And again, you can't make this stuff up. This video's unedited. All I did was zoom in and put his name on it. This is right around 48 hours old. Spotted from Cape Coral, Florida. There's number 1. There's number 2. What I was looking for with that one was a payload hanging off of the bottom of it, and there simply was none. Going to Kansas City, Missouri. This video was sent in by Kendra from July 6th of 2024. She, too, looked up and saw something white in the daytime sky. Check this out.
What is that?
And again, it was unrecognizable. Wasn't an airplane, wasn't a helicopter. Just another large white object at a fairly high altitude.
I see it moving in my camera.
And it was moving.
So it's definitely moving.
And it wasn't a helicopter, it wasn't an airplane, didn't have any blinking lights, didn't have any wings. Just another bizarre object spotted in the daytime sky. And people are seeing these now pretty much on a daily basis. Going to Alabama, video footage here of yet another. Actually, there's 2 here, but these are behaving a little differently. You're going to see the first one here, there's another one up here, and they're kind of moving around. They look to be decent size, a few thousand feet in the sky, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of, I don't know, maybe 6 to 10 feet in diameter, whatever they were, but they move around. Watch, you're going to see one here that almost looks like it has wings, or it's a cross shape in the daytime sky. See how it's moving up towards the clouds? And he was very taken back by this thing as it moved up into the clouds. See him? Now there's 2. That one went into the clouds. Here's another one.
There's a bunch of them.
I see 2, but he said there was a bunch of them. There goes another one over there behind the clouds, or that's the one that came out from behind the clouds. This one over here disappeared. That one reappeared.
Disappeared. Oh, there it is.
Again, it almost has what looks like a cross appearance to it. Here's a closer view. See what I mean?
It's going the other direction.
Now it just kind of vanished. How did it just disappear like that? That thing was very bright and easily noticeable even with the naked eye. And then it just vanishes. See how it's got kind of a cross shape to it and then just disappears. Now we're going to Byron, California. We've literally gone coast to coast and multiple places in between. He too looked up and saw this in the daytime sky. Kenneth McMurray, what looks like a white Tic Tac in the daytime sky. Several sightings of these here recently, and this one seems to be just kind of cruising through the sky, not making any noise, had no blinking lights, had no wings, had no propellers or tail fins, just very quietly. Wasn't trying to hide, though. I mean, if you were looking up, paying attention, you could have easily seen this in the daytime sky above California. But what it was doing, where it came from, where it was going, remain a mystery. We have literally traveled over 2,000 miles in this video, observing multiple what look like white Tic Tacs in the daytime sky above the United States. And most of these videos are from July of 2024, not very old. So a lot of unusual activity going on once again in the skies of planet Earth. And I've got more videos that I'm working on, guys, of mysterious objects, not only in the daytime sky, but the nighttime sky as well. Thanks for the photos and videos, guys. Keep them coming. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. If you have any videos you'd like to share that are too large to attach to the email, come over here to the homepage of the website, MrMBB333.com. Look for this red banner that says, have a large video. It's a Dropbox. Drag and drop your video into the Dropbox. Please include your first name, date, and location, and I'll take it from there. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.